Hello everyone. In our last session, we have discussed about what is a web server and what is service, okay, and how a client communicates with the service and how the request and response, communicates. Just for top overview, okay, just as a top overview, let us see how it looks like. Okay, 1 second, just connecting to the keyboard. Okay, uh, 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 yeah, here it is. So anytime, so when you are the client, what is the medium that you will be connecting with? You will be connecting with the browser. Okay, browser, and you will give the URL here. Let's say HTTPS colon double slash Amazon.com, right? So this is a browser. There will be few stages here. I mean, few layers here. So one is the client. One is the client. Client side application or client. We could say app, client, or browser. So before that, a human interaction will be coming. Okay, before that, a human interaction will be coming. So you as a human, you are interacting with your browser or your application or with your, I mean, as a client. Okay, as a client, you are communicating. So in between, a lot of network devices might come from your side and as well as the server side. But on a top level overview, this will be the architecture. Okay, here the application server. Okay, app server, or we can call it as business logic layer as well. So this is the app server. Okay, app server. This is we call it as business logic layer, business layer, or business logic layer, or just logic layer. Okay, so all your business logic will be executed here. These are connected to the database. Okay, these are connected to the database. So database, we will represent like this with this diagram. I don't know why. Okay. So yeah, anyways, now you understand, right? On a top level OU, okay, on a top level OU, you are connecting. Okay, sorry. Okay. So you are connecting to the browser and you can connect directly to the database. So as a hacker, where all I can enter in this point of time, where all I can enter, I mean, so just give me guesses like how I can enter or where I can enter. What do you know about, you know, where I can be the man in the middle, Sandhya? Okay, let me explain. So, do you guys know about social engineering? Have you ever heard of social engineering and what is social engineering? So we can enter into people's mind as well, guys, and we can trick the people and make them to do something. So nowadays, a lot of scams are happening. Gathering the OTPs, vagera, vagera. So a lot of scams are happening. So you will get a malfunctioning link, and then you just click on that link, and then it will your bank account is empty. All the you know uh, just by the click, your bank account will be empty, and there are a lot of Telegram scams are happening. Recently, one of my friend lost 8,000, not 80,000 INR. Okay. So she lost 80,000 INR. So just by clicking, one link, it took her to Instagram, sorry, Telegram. And from the Telegram, so, they have offered something. She got some money at the beginning, like 3K. And later they have asked for, all that she know is they asked for a OTP and she have provided the OTP. And boom, her bank account is empty. She had 80,000 and 80,000 is gone. So, a lot of social engineering can happen here. So this is a terminology that we use in cybersecurity called social engineering. Social engineering. So nothing to go with the meaning of this word. Social is nothing really social. Social is like public engineering, public, I mean, people engineering. So people, how their mind works, how we can trick them. Okay, so now in this penetration testing, we are not going to do any kind of social engineering. Even if you would have seen our last sessions, I think last session, we have gone through background, and then we have seen uh, one bug hunting scope. So in scope, they have given all those, and out of scope they have mentioned that they don't want any social engineering or any brute forcing attacks for that matter. So what is brute forcing again? So we did brute forcing as well. So what I mean, we discussed brute forcing and we didn't do brute forcing exactly. We will do it here in web applications. So what is brute forcing? We discussed that. So brute forcing is nothing but trying the combinations, okay, trying the permutations and combinations of the characters, the letters which are available to try, our password, to try a password. So that is brute forcing. Okay. So here coming back to here in this layer they can do. Okay, in this layer they can do, as an attacker. So, but we as a uh, ethical hackers or penetration testing engineers, we are not going to penetrate the humans, we are going to penetrate the application. So here, guys, just imagine or just think, do you have access to this server? Do you have access to the server? Probably not. Do you have access to this database? Probably not. Okay, most probably not. But only you have access to is the service which is running on this application. Probably, let's say this is HTTPS service and Amazon.com is a server. So let's say this is Amazon and they are running services on 443, right? They are running services on 443. So only this port number on this IP is available for public. You are public right here. I mean, hacker is also public right here. So okay, most probably it is only 443. Okay. So what if now as an attacker with this information, I'm on as of now I only have Amazon.com, nothing much. So with this, my first step will be I will be doing direct sublisting, and I will also be directory busting. I will explain this tool again, why we have to do directory busting. Okay, the busting, directory busting, and sublisting and directory busting we have done, and then we got more information like we have increased our threat surface. That means we have increased our attack surface. Like earlier, we only had HTTP Amazon.com. Now we had like admin.amazon.com, exam blah blah blah, shopping.amazon.com, something else like that. Okay, again Amazon.com/admin or slash login.php. There are a lot of pages that could be that could be available, that can be available on this as a subdirectories. Okay, that is called busting, that are doing brute forcing, that is called directory busting. Apart coming back here, so we are gathering more information and we are trying to expand our scope. Okay, we are trying to increase our probability, expand our scope, and then we are trying to attack. So what if apart from 443, we also have 21, 22, 53. So these and all are open to the public. What if these and all are open to the public? How we are going to test this? Sandeep, available now? So to see the open ports, what is the tool that we use for testing this? We have covered in the network penetration testing in our first earlier few sessions there. How we can find open ports? You can just text it. This is very important. Yeah.
Sorry, what is the question?
So the question is, how you can check the open ports. What is the tool that we have used to see whether the ports are open or not?
Okay.
We scanned this and we have, now the IP address of the server. Let's say this is in x.y.z.ea IP address. Okay, now you know this. So on top of this, to find what are the open ports available on this server, okay, on this server, what is the tool that we used? We have discussed that 3 days, if I'm not wrong.
Is that port scanning?
Yeah, port scanning we have to do. Which tool did we use?
Nmap?
Exactly. You can use the Nmap tool here and then find what are the open ports available. Also, you can do the operating system scan. Okay, now what we are doing here again. So you have to imagine. Earlier, we only know only Amazon.com. Again, we have did sublisting. and directory busting, etc. And we have got more IPs out of just Amazon.com. So earlier we did sublisting for different application. I forgot that we have picked up one application name, URL name, and then we did sublisting using a tool. Okay. So, like that, we got many IPs. So now our scope is increased, right? So similarly here as well. So within single IP, again, there might be a lot of ports open. We have to scan for that using Nmap or any other network mapping tool or for port scanning like that. So we have to find that. So if any weak port is available there, then we have to enumerate. Sorry, we have to enumerate that ports, and then we have to exploit that vulnerabilities if any are available. So guys, and then he is an attacker. Okay, he is an attacker, very bad guy. He's a very bad guy, and then he can enter. He is also public like this. The only way he can enter is as an application from the browser itself. Okay, from the browser itself. But as a browser you also trying, and but you are not a hacker. But he's also trying. But why he is hacker is he is trying to modify what is being sent from here. What is being sent from here, a request will is being sent from here, and a response is received after a request is processed by the server. Okay, so they are sending, we are sending a request, and a server will send a response. Okay, so what a hacker will do is hacker will try to modify this request, maybe his own request, or or he will modify your requests as well. So that will become original hacking, while hacker will also have to test. It's not like hacker came and then trying to hack. He just got the online.sbi.com URL, and he can directly go ahead and hack your all your accounts, and he can get money. It's not that easy. So he also have to test a lot. So while he is testing, he will test his own requests. Okay, just like us as a penetration testing engineers, we are going to test our own requests here. Okay, we are going to test our own requests here, and then we'll try to modify our request. Okay, we will try to modify our request, and we'll try to see how it is responding, how the server will responding. So when I can confirm my modified request is malfunctioning, how can I how can I how can I confirm my modified request is malfunctioning? We have to see the response, right? We have to see the response. If the response is not usual and it is behaving like something else, it is behaving like something else. Okay, it is behaving like something else. Then we can confirm that there is a vulnerability. Okay, there is a weakness. If that response is giving more information than it should be giving, then we can confirm there is a vulnerability. You know, if it is not, if we are breaking this system itself, then we can confirm, it is a critical vulnerability, something like that. Guys, have you ever heard of zero-day vulnerability? Like, the name zero-day vulnerability, zero-day vulnerability. So what does this name mean by zero day? It's like day zero. Okay, the name itself will say you the whole explanation. Okay, so day zero means it's just like it has born today. Okay, it's newborn. That vulnerability happened today, and let's say mm, there is a very big. What is the current version of Google? Google Chrome. Let me just check real quick. Uh, yeah, it is 128.0.661 blah blah blah. Okay, let's take it as 128. Okay, the current version is 128. Okay, so a big vulnerability have come in Google, and they are able to crack your saved login passwords. Okay, saved login passwords without any authentication or authorization. Okay, they can, if attacker can uh, see your passwords. So that is a very big vulnerability. And this has released today by today in the morning. Let's say what is today's date? Today is 9. Okay. Today we got that vulnerability 9 9 it's 24. Okay, 24, we got this vulnerability. We call this now in the at this point of time we call it as 0-day vulnerability. Okay, 0-day vulnerable. So today we call it as vulnerability, but still our version is 128. What Google will do, the Chrome team will do, so they will find and they will try to investigate on that, and they will remediate that by providing an update for us. Maybe that version will be 128 with a huge security patch on that. Before that this is called as 0-day vulnerability, and we know we don't have any solution for that, or we don't have any remediation for that. Now 128 is converted to 129. Okay, 128 is updated to 129. And what is the problem here means, so not every company will be set to, even I am not doing auto updates. So they have released this version. Okay, they have released this version, and we have to follow, we have to update our Chrome or whatever it is, whatever the service or whatever the application, whatever the device it is, whatever the operating system it is. There might be a vulnerability on Microsoft Windows 11 itself, very big vulnerability, and they will be releasing a security patch, something like that. Okay, uh, so we have to upgrade it. Okay, or update it. So this is all about 0-day vulnerability. And for example, there are automated tools. Guys, did you go through our earlier session? Like, we did a lot of manual testing with Metasploit, with Nmap, we did scannings, etc., etc., and we found few vulnerabilities. Only few we have exploited with Metasploit. So I'm guiding you there. You have to exploit more and more vulnerabilities using Metasploit or different tools as well. So that's your homework, guys. If I go exploit all the vulnerabilities out there in the market, so it will take forever. Okay, so that's not like that. Okay, and on top of that, why we have to use automated scanners? And we did automated scanning as well. Vulnerability management tool. What is that? Nessus. We use Nessus to scan automated and automate the scanning. So why we did that? And if automated scannings are there, so why they have to hire, providing very huge packages like 20, 30, 40 LPA, even sometimes 50, 60 as well for a security engineer if they have a tool. So they can get some tool for, some $100,000, and then they can use it forever, right? So why do we want an security engineer? Even we have very good security tools in the market. Sandhya,
Sorry.
Bala. Yeah, again, I will repeat my question again. Bala, this question is for you as well. Uh, So we have very good automated tools, Nessus, Nexpose, etc., etc. Even we have Bub Suite, OS, Zap, etc., etc. for web applications as well. Okay, web applications as well. But why on top of that we are doing manual testing and vice versa. We are doing manual testing, and why do we need automated tools? This is my question. Yeah,
Automated tools cannot scan up to the mark, like whatever we
they
require.
they can do actually. I mean, there
Mhm.
are very good automated tools. Okay,
Maybe
there
there
are
will be some limitations.
they might have some limitations. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts? Just give me your thoughts. Wrong thoughts are
Sometimes
also
they
accepted.
may give the wrong,
Exactly. What we call it as
false.
false positives. Exactly. I'm expecting this answer. Any others? Any other thoughts? Bala, why why we use automated tools while we have manual testing? Guys, automated tools are very dangerous for us as a security engineers. If they can do everything, they will remove us. They will just lay off. They will fire us, right? Then why do we need them? So, guys, one more thing. So there should be someone to develop them. So developers will develop. Okay, but who will give guidance to the developers? Developers are developing the application. They know how application works. But how to work is to be provided by security architects or security engineers, right? So they will give the functionality to the developers. Functionality should be given by the developers. If you're working for, Burp Suite or some other company, if you're working for Nessus, Rapid7, companies like this, you will be working closely with the developing team, and you will be giving the requirements, and based on your requirements they will develop the application. Okay. Developers don't bother about the functionality of the application. They will just bother about the application, right? So they have to give that. And there will be a lot of false positives. There will be a lot of false positives within the web application or any device. In the report, we have to eliminate those false positives, and we have to fine tune the tool itself. Okay. So once if you are getting regularly seeing particular vulnerability, CVE 2024-1503, let's take this as a vulnerability. Okay. So if you are seeing this and then it is not true all the times, then we can configure our tool to remove that vulnerability in our next reports, right? So we can remove that. We can identify false positives. As a human, we have to do that. And who is developing the tools, guys? We are developing. I mean, we are assisting to develop. So as a security engineers, we should assist. This is next level, but yeah, no, just know about this. Just keep this as a mindset. And what else? Tools. Why tools? Why not only manual testing and vice versa? Bala, any other thoughts?
Is that why we only need the manual testing?
I mean, vice versa. Why we only need manual testing? Why not, automated tools completely? And why not only automated testing? And why still we need manual testing as well? Vice versa. Yeah,
There may be some disadvantages with automatic,
yeah. What could be the disadvantages?
not up to the mark.
Uh,
Scanning may not be not up to the mark.
yeah, actually, guys, they can't find zero-day vulnerabilities. Zero-day vulnerabilities are not possible by the automated tools. Why?
They are just born
Yeah, they're
today.
just
So
they are just born today. I mean, they have been hackers introduced this vulnerability today, and then you know uh, we have to remediate that. And tools are very dumb. I could say tools are very dumb. They say what we say, okay, and they don't have any intelligence. Probably, most probably, artificial intelligence is coming now. They might get some intelligence. Okay, they might get some intelligence uh, based on few attacks in the past, and based on they will try to exploit more. The power of exploiting will become more. But yeah, they can't find zero day. Okay, they can't find zero-day vulnerabilities. Why? Because what we say to tool, you know uh, even all this manual testing is automated. Not your thoughts, not your thoughts. Human thoughts are very precious, I could say. You can think logically, more logically, but automated tools work with your logic. Understand? Now you got the answer, like why manual testing is also required along with man automated testing. And automated testing is also required because we can't hire 100 employees and then give all the salaries to them. I mean, we can't allocate budget to everyone. Like each one find a vulnerability today, tomorrow one vulnerability, day after tomorrow vulnerability. So automated tools will reduce. will reduce the work power. I mean work power for sure. That's how we are getting better day by day. So we can't blame that, they go hand in hand. Okay. On top of that, we have to fine tune the, as a developer, you should have a mindset to fine tune the vulnerabilities as well. I mean, fine tune the automated scans within the vulnerability tools. Okay. Automated scans. So if something is regularly you're getting as an regularly as a report, so what you have to do is you can fine tune by yourself. If it is not in your scope, you can raise a ticket to the company. I mean, if you are using rapid 7 scanners, R7 scanners, you will be having support with them. So have you ever worked with mm, the support guys? Have you ever raised a ticket? Bala, did you ever raise a ticket and then work with the support guys to see that we call it as stamp technical assistant managers, TAC we called as technical assistant center. Yeah, Sandhya.
Yeah, I have raised
Yeah. So what
from
they
my
will do,
system
they
when
yeah,
I got the VPN issues.
huh,
We'll get a ticket number, so they'll call us with a ticket number,
yeah.
and they'll take the access of our system
Hmm. Right.
and they'll
So
fix the
actually,
issues.
your answer is correct actually, and you are talking about the support within your organization. So
Yeah.
now what I am talking here is, yeah, you are right actually, 100% you are right. So here, this is your organization. You are here. You have problem with your VPN, and you are connecting to the support. Uh, I'm telling tag. Tag. If what is the VPN that you're using? What is the VPN that you're using? Any Connect, Global Protect.
Cisco.
Cisco AnyConnect, right? So
Yeah.
that is Cisco AnyConnect. So Cisco AnyConnect team you are connecting. So what if this team also don't know the solution? They will raise a support case. Actually, you are asking your company guys. So even they don't know, they will ask the tag guys. So this will be the process in any company. So if you are in a support team, okay, if you are in a support team here as a company, so most probably you will be working as that. So if you are in a vulnerability management team, for that matter, you will be managing some tools like Wiz, Rapid 7, R7 scanners, etc., etc. You will be following up with these guys. Okay, now you are the customer, right? You are the owner of this application, so you will be following up with this actual company guys. We as a company, we also take AWS very big subscriptions. There will be dedicated TAM, technical assistant manager, for us, so we can call at any point of time to for getting assistance. So first of all, I will Google for that matter. If I'm not getting any particular solution, so I will go ahead, raise a case with them. So here it's a very good example. Thank you so much. Yeah. So similarly, mm, there should be people to do that, right? And let's go ahead with the standards. Okay, standards. So there are ISO 27001, GDPR, HIPAA, uh, what else? PCI DSS. So what is normal meaning of standards? What is the meaning of standards? What is the meaning of standards? So we'll be having particular set of base rules and regulations. Okay, basic rule. Yeah, Sandhya, please.
It's a level
Yeah, it's a
of
yeah,
quality, like
yeah. So level for that quality, and then we are setting that standards. We will say, right. So you have to set your standards. That means you have to have some basic principles and rules. Okay, basic principles, I would say, principles that we have to follow. So what this says, you have to do a pen test every 3 months or 6 months, annually, quarterly. Do a pen test. How your data should be stored at rest and at motion. How data stored what encryption should follow. So all these rules and regulations will be set. So all these regulations are pretty much similar, but they are focusing on specific things. ISO is, pretty much it will focus on everything. GDPR focus on, how the data is processed in Europe. If European individuals are involved, then how the data should be processed. HIPAA, health information, how health insurance information, how it should be processed. PCADSS, if the credit card information is involved, how this information should be processed. Nowadays, have you ever seen between like 1 year ago, if I'm not wrong, so they have introduced tokenization as a mandatory. So that comes under PCADSS. So tokenization means, they can't store your whole credit card number. So you are entering your credit card number, right? So they can store that actually after coming tokenization. They can only store the token. So earlier, how once you enter the credit card number, you don't have to enter it again and again, right? But now what they have given is they have given the tokenization system. So they are not storing the credit card, rather than they are storing the token of your credit card. So this is very pretty much similar to the hashing concept. Okay, tokenization, they are storing the token. So once you give this token to them, they will process and they will get the credit card from this token itself. They will be mapped like a telephone book. Okay, they will be mapped like a telephone, just like Kamal number is 8919 blah blah blah. Sandhya's number is 1234 blah blah blah. Bala's number is so something like that. So this is a this is a credit card number, and this is a token for this example. Okay, so if you have this number, you can go ahead. Okay, in the true color we can find my name as well, right? So pretty much that is, something similar to the tokenization here. Yeah, these standards are defined by these regulations, guys. So I'm not very sure how frequently they will release the rules and regulations. I mean, they will upgrade their standards, but yeah, for every time if they update, we have to follow these standards. If you are working in a banking domain, so for sure you have to follow PCI standards, and you have to be certified on that. Your auditors, your security auditors, we are not doing any security audits here, so there will be a different team. Sometimes if you are working for small organizations, they will ask you to do the security audit as well, right? So in that case, probably you can Google here and there will be checklist what and all that have to be followed. So this is a work of GRC, guys. So what is this a full form of GRC? I've told you. So I have explained that big chart, that big tree diagram, right? The mind map of cybersecurity domains, GRC. And even after that, I have explained you. So GRC stands for governance, risk, and compliance. Okay. So governance, risk, and compliance. So here, this team will do the audits. This team will do the audits, or else, if it is a even very big company, there will be a separate audit team itself. So do the audits. So based on these standards, they will be doing the audits. So, and along with that, we have few what we call not standards, I could say. Yeah, we can call it as other standards as well. These are the basic cybersecurity standards. And while we are doing web application penetration testing, WAPT. So we have few other standards as well. You know, the one standard is called OWASP Top 10. OWASP Top 10, and these are the main two. SANS Top 25. Okay, OWASP Top 10 and SANS Top 25. Here, what is OWASP Top 10 is? So this organization, this open source organization, what they will do is they will collect all the information. Actually, they will send the request. I mean, they will send some feedback forms to all the companies, to the major companies and major researchers, and they will get the information of the most found vulnerabilities in their organization. Okay, they will collect the data, they will process the data, and then they will come up with a solution they will come up with top 10 vulnerabilities which are affecting the market currently. Similarly, here they are working on top 25 vulnerabilities. So we can say if we close all these top 10 vulnerabilities, I mean these 10 are divided into many vulnerabilities again. Let's say whatever I will show you that as well. Okay, if we are complying with this OS top 10, okay, with this OS top 10, then we can say all our vulnerabilities are closed. Almost all our vulnerabilities are closed. Okay. So now guys, you you go to a customer and then you can, if you want to do the marketing, so can you say, yeah, I will close 20 of your vulnerabilities. I will close hundred vulnerabilities in your company so that you can give money. No, you can't tell like that. So when you go to any company, any customer, what you have to tell is like, we follow OS top 10 standards, or else we follow SANS top 25 standards, and we will be remediating that, and we will be generating our reports based on OS top 10 standards. Okay, OS top 10 standards. So we have tools will follow which will follow the standards of OWASP, Open Web Application Security Project. Okay, this is an open source project. So we will follow this and we will generate the reports so that you can ensure that all the vulnerabilities are almost all the vulnerabilities are addressed in your organization or in your application, right? So that way that will be very reliable and I mean very attractive as well. So we have to advertise like that. We have to market like that. I mean, as an penetration testing engineer, you will not be doing that, but yeah, please know that. So I have been part of few marketing meetings as well. So there I have to explain, okay, this is a type of the reports that we generate. This is the information that maximum you can get. So they will include one technical guy as well. As an expert, they will include one expert as well. So what if you become an expert, or if you are a part of expert team? So that time you should know all these standards, all these regulations as well. Okay, so this I can call it as regulations and this as standards, guys. Okay, this I can call it as regulations. These are standards. Yeah, that those words do best suit. Okay, WPT standards. Okay, yeah. Any doubts so far? I will deep dive into OS top 10. So SANS top 25, these two are pretty much very similar. So these are divided into small vulnerabilities here. So that's a homework for you. I will explain OS top 10 now. And then you guys please explore SANS top 25. And also all our scans will be run on based on OS top 10. Yeah. So first we will be manually exploiting them. At the end, like I will at least introduce two tools, maybe OS Zap and then maybe some other tools. Yeah. I will introduce Burp Suite for sure for manual and automated testing both. So we can use two tools. Guys, as a penetration testing engineer, the two web application, if you are master of that Burp Suite, okay, Burp Suite, you can do anything, pretty much anything, and you can enter into the job very easily. Just master the tool. I will explain you in that way. Okay, but practice from your end is also very important. I'm only expecting that from you guys. Please put some efforts. Yeah, let's go to Google. Let's go to Google and open os.org. So in the first page itself, you will get OS top 10 vulnerabilities. So for every 4 5 years, they will release one set of top 10 vulnerabilities. So you can see 2017 and 2021, the order changed and a few new vulnerabilities have been injected. I mean, have been introduced here. So here injection was earlier. Here now they have in the third place. So now broken access control became the top priority and also most seen. Most seen. Please go through and the whole page. They will explain. TOS is a standard awareness document for developers and web application security. It represents a broad conscious about the most critical security risk. These are not 100% again. Okay, I'm mentioning that word again and again. Mostly, most probably. right? We are not closing this, but at least, most critical vulnerabilities, almost all the critical vulnerabilities will be closed by following these standards. And zero day vulnerabilities are not covered anywhere. They are born today, and they are never introduced. Okay, so recently, mm, you might have heard, not recently, it's been a while, you might have heard WannaCry. Have you heard about that? Log Log J4. It's a Java library, zero-day vulnerability. It shaped the whole IT industry. It's in 2019, if I'm not wrong. 2019 or early 2020. At the point of time, I was part of network security, guys. Okay, we didn't had that. Really, we didn't had sleep when Log4j came. Okay, we have to work like that at that point of times. I was not part of VAPD at that point. I was part of network security. Like I used to manage firewalls, IPS, IDS kind of devices. So yeah, finally we are here. We These are all known vulnerabilities again. These are all known vulnerabilities. So also there is one saying like 99.9% of the vulnerabilities you find in a report, they are already known. Okay, they are already known. So why you already know the vulnerabilities, and why again the vulnerabilities are being involved, being included? Developers are not gods. Neither us. I mean, neither we nor they are gods. They are the super masters of computers or applications and developing and securing. So human mistakes are possible. All the times we can expect human mistakes. So on top of that, so this is a vulnerability. I will show you like there is OWASP top 10 for web application developers as well. So this is for the security guys. There is one more for web application developers. So while we are discussing the remediations, I will show you that and you will understand better. So as of now, within this broken access control, let's say A01, that means the top critical vulnerability and most observed vulnerability in nowadays is broken access control. So that's just a category. These top 10 are not vulnerabilities exactly. This is a category of vulnerabilities. Here in broken access control, we again have 34 CWEs mapped. That means within that, we have 34 CWEs. Okay. Common weakness enumerations. CW stands for common weakness enumeration. So here, where is the list? Where is the list? Yeah, you can see here, CW22, improper limitations and path name to restrict redirected directory. This is called path traversal. So path traversal vulnerability, we are observing, we are mapping it to, broken access control and relative path traversal. So these two are very similar. I will explain that. So path traversal, these three are similar again. Okay, improper link resolution. Guys, whenever you get some free time, try to explore this one. So even you understand, you don't understand, please explore. So CSRF we will do in live. Okay, improper authorization, access control methods and methodologies. We will discuss, and then we will discuss about improper access control methodologies. Everything. Not I will. I'm not going to cover 100% here. I'm going to cover most frequently available, and what is the knowledge that you required. I'm going to cover. So please, guys, please. That's my humble request. Whenever you get some time, please go through each and every link here. Whenever you get, even I didn't explore this 100%. Okay, but whatever I am seeing day by day, I'm going to explore that one by one. So but with all the basics, you can understand everything here. With all the basics, you can understand everything here. So just saying, missing authorization by the name itself, can you tell me what is this vulnerability? What could be the vulnerability and what we are missing? So I talked about authorization and authentication. Yeah, missing authorization.
Authorization is we need authority from someone.
Mm, yeah, right. And
Authentication is
what is the definition of authorization and authentication? First, we'll talk about authentication.
authentication is after login we get the authorization ID.
Uh, okay, Okay, yeah. So login, that means proving who you are is authentication, right?
Yeah,
Proving who you are is authentication, and authorization is provided
providing
that
the
access what
yeah,
is authorized to you. I mean, what you are authorized to. So, for example, in temples, only pujaris are, few people are allowed to go inside that garbhagudi, right? So not everyone are allowed. In the bank example, I have given you multiple times. So you are allowed to enter into the bank. You are authenticated, and then you are entering into the bank, and you are not allowed. You are not authorized. You are not allowed to enter into the locker. So that example I have given multiple times here. So similarly, so we are missing the whole authorization itself. Okay, you are authenticated, but you are allowed to enter into the garbhagudi, or you are allowed to enter into the what we say locker, so etc. Any place you are allowed. So in such similar cases, we call it as missing authorization. So by name itself, a few of you explore. So I don't know. Please don't remember this 862, this CVW numbers. That's we can't. If you are okay, I'm not worried about that. Yeah, mostly about this. Please explore this site. Just type OS top 10 and you will be landed into this. You can see like max incidence rate. I mean, we have observed this 55% of the time we have observed, and then average weighted impact, like they are rating it out of 10, and then they are rating it as 5.93, and then how many are they covered? Like 94.55% are covered. These are just the metrics. Please don't worry about this. We are not worried about this. I mean, total CVE is found 19013 so far in that year, probably while they are reporting, right? So at that point of time, 19,000 CVEs are found. I mean, these CWs are found 19,000 times. This 34 CWs are found in almost like 19,000 applications. We could say 19,000 times or 19,000 applications. Just like Amazon, if Amazon have this vulnerability, yeah, that's one of this 19,013 CVEs, common weakness enumeration, right? Any doubts so far? And again, the homework, explore SANS top 25. So they will be pretty much similar. Here they have divided into top 10, they have divided into top 25, nothing much. They have they have 20 top 25 categories. They have, was divided into only 10 categories. That's it. Okay. Any doubts so far? Bala, you're not talking today. What happened? Are you doing good? Not even now. Okay, cool. If you don't have any doubts, yeah, we are good for today. So I will give you an video for installing Bub Suite. That's a tool. I don't want to waste some time. Or else I can do within our session. Today I will uninstall Bub Suite and then install within my laptop. Tomorrow in our session, yeah, you can copy the same. Okay, cool. Chalo, bye bye.
thank you.